Hey guys, so I went to Reva's and got the carne asada fries. Doesn't that look super good? So I'm gonna have some. I have a Dr. Pepper, large. Very delicious. Mm. I guess I'm realizing I'm gonna need to do editing. So that's the next thing I gotta get done. Alright, so I was thinking about the different things I want to talk about when I'm doing my mukbang, my conversations with Dannette Mukbang. And I was thinking that I wanted to talk about Tristan Thompson because it's one thing to be somebody who, cheats. It's a mistake. And it's another thing to have somebody be a perpetual liar and then try to come across as if somehow he's trying to make amends. So that's kind of the worst part, is that he was trying to act as if somehow he's trying to do the right thing by her and he's not trying to hurt her. I'm like, but you had a whole baby. Like, what the fuck? For real? You had a whole baby and you're not trying to hurt her? It's like she has a child with you. And now the love child is like your child's stepbrother. That's just weird. And it's not just weird, I'm hurt for her. Because it's like, who does that? Like, what kind of a person does somebody that they claim to love like that? Right, babe? Anyway. So, those are my thoughts for today. I didn't get to do it like the other day when I was doing my other mukbang, for my first mukbang. Betty White did pass away. And I'm thinking to myself, I never got a chance to say how much I love Betty White. I thought she was really immensely funny. And it's sad to see her go, but it's also a celebration of somebody who got to live so many years. What else is going on in the news? Let's try one of these sauces. Oh, it's hot. So, maybe I could talk about what inspired me to start mukbanging. I actually never realized I like watching people eat. I know it's not for everybody, but I actually get, I don't know how to describe the feeling. But it's really satisfying to watch people eat. I feel like I've watched B-Love forever. Probably going on 3 years now. And I really feel like sometimes when usually watch her late at night, because I'm still up and I have insomnia and I get hungry. And my husband's trying to sleep. I get hungry. So I'll go make something light. Usually it was noodles and or ramen. And I watch B-Love. It just be so satisfying to watch her eat her seafood boils and see her dip it in the sauce and her enjoy it so much. I think the key is that you gotta, I guess, look like you really enjoy your food, which you should. I really enjoy my food, but that was what was so gratifying about watching her. I don't necessarily watch a lot of the Korean ones, only because sometimes they're like stuffing their mouths or eating things I don't understand. I got the other seafoods like the gooey duck or stuff like that. I love watching the chefs. I like a few of the chefs. The Salt Bay. He's cute. So it's almost like when you're online, you have a whole different way of having an adventure in life. That's not necessarily real, but it's real, you know? So that's what intrigues me about creating content and just trying to enjoy the fact that we can interact this way. This is really good. Do you ever want to dance when you eat? Every so often. I do want to dance. This is so much food. I was looking for buy foods that is enough for today and tomorrow. Enough for leftovers. I'm pretty excited about getting this far. Only because I guess when you want to do something, it's not as simple as it may seem. You just have to take each step little by little. Bite off as much as you can chew. And then just go for it. So my whole thing is just going for it this year. Which is pretty rewarding. That's nice. That's rewarding. I do have a sense of accomplishment. I feel like 2022 is going to be my year. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read. Okay, so I love reading. And reading a few books. But the one I look forward to, I'll probably start it tonight, is the Shonda Rhimes Book of Yes. I guess she talks about how she I remember her talk. I remember watching an interview about it. And she said that she said yes to her kids and tried to just have the year of yes. So I'm about to read that book. Because I guess I used the audiobooks as a form of reducing my anxiety. Like a way to calm myself. Surprisingly, it does help me fall asleep. Which is a catch-22 because of course I want to read the book. But I try so many different things to try to fall asleep. Like nature sounds on Spotify or listening to sleep music, raindrops, listening to music. And the only thing that really helps me go to sleep is listening to my audiobooks. So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful. But sometimes you're so sleepy and you can't sleep. Anyway, I feel like I want to take small chunks of this mukbang thing. I think my next video, I'm actually going to do more celebrity commentary because I'm more in tune with that. That's kind of my favorite hobby, is to keep up with the Kardashians or all the celebrities that I just know who they are, because that's what I thought it was going to be. Being a kid that grew up in LA, you always think that you're going to work in Hollywood because it's the biggest industry in that city. And I never anticipated moving away, which I live in Las Vegas now, but I never anticipated moving away. So I always anticipated I would be like a, not a paparazzi, but I'd work on as a news journalist, like a celebrity news journalist. So in the back of my mind, I'm constantly studying celebrities and keeping up with all of the drama happening with them. That's why I even have something to say about Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. I'm like, so just want to talk to her. Like, you know, it's good to be a good person, but it's horrible when somebody takes advantage of you because you're a good person. And that's the shitty part about what Tristan has done to Khloe. And I feel that, you know, I commend her for having a good heart and wanting, you know, to work things out with her baby's dad, but you know, he's humiliated her, and I don't even want that to take away from her because she is more than her adversity. But to have somebody really do something like that, especially to a public figure, it just feels like what were you thinking? Or do you even think at all? Do you even think about the impact you have on people's lives? And you don't have to come into her life and even hurt her like that, and now you are just a toxic memory in her world. And if you love somebody, why would you hurt them like that? And I feel like when she was pregnant and having her baby, to have that be a black cloud over that experience is just such a distasteful way of being a part of somebody's life. Like, you are the worst kind of a memory. Like, you thought Lamar was a bad memory, and now you have Tristan, who is quadruple worse than that when it comes to just the humiliation. I mean, with Lamar, at least you know he was struggling with something. And it wasn't really about her, but about him, and he just neglected to kind of realize that she was being impacted. But with Tristan, it's almost like he is intentionally being deceitful to her while he is kind of gallivanting around and kissing women, and look at what happened with Kylie. He destroyed a friendship of probably their entire lives. I mean, who comes into somebody's lives and destroys it so vigorously and then constantly, and then acts as if somehow he's going to change but continues to do the same thing? So that just makes you want to barf, not even just inside your mouth, but just barf, period. It's disgusting, and nobody deserves that kind of treatment. And I don't think it looks bad on Chloe at all. I feel like I empathize with her completely, 1,000% empathize with the fact that she tried to be forgiving and not let hold a grudge against him and know that he's her baby's dad. But at this point, I feel like they need a mediator. Like, I wouldn't want to ever see his face, and I wouldn't ever want to even talk to him. And the nanny can come drop True off, and I'm never going to see you again. And F co-parenting, I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, and I don't want to be bothered with you. Done. And I could give a two fucks about the fact that you're my baby's dad. Anyway, it makes me upset that she's even had to experience this. I hope that, and I feel like, part of me feels like, when she got a reading by the medium Tyler Henry, that I think this was the one where he was saying to her that, there's this guy that was going to get with one of the sisters, which I think he just meant like the best friend of one of her sisters, and that to avoid him at all costs. I remember that reading. I think Tristan is that guy. Anyway, I hope to expand conversations with Dannette to be maybe more like social commentary, social media commentary, and celebrity commentary, because that's kind of where my heart is, and I look forward to just making more content. All right, guys, I'm almost full, but I'm done with the video. All right, until the next conversation.